Valentine TV. I just finished them 24 hours. That's all I did this time, y'all. I'm tired. I'm hurting. But listen, uh, just saw that Stephen A. Smith is now under fire. All right, for talking. You know Stephen Smith can talk. He can talk, and I just want y'all to see it. The reaction today is coming from Tickettv, and I just want y'all to know how Ticket get down sometimes. So we probably skip along and all that stuff, but I want to know. I haven't watched the video yet, so I'm gonna watch it with y'all if that's okay. And as you can tell, I just this is my first video of the day, y'all. But here we go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see.
Ain't gonna keep that $100 million deal, man, because he think he can say the things he's saying to other people.
Okay.
That don't look like him, and they're not gonna allow him to get away, bro. So for you guys who don't know what's going on, Stephen A. Snitch, we already talked about the whole situation with this guy who was identified as the son of the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator. He is the guy who, basically stole the phone number, allegedly stole, and I still think his daddy gave it to him. I think this is all a setup. But Stephen A. Snitch is pretending like, oh no, I don't think his dad would do that. I don't think his father would do that, man. Cut the crap, bro. You know what I'm saying? They publicly humiliated Shedeur Sanders, and I ain't getting off that. I stand on that. But anyways, this kid got the number. This young man, I should say, he's a man, 21 years old. This man got the number, and he decided that they were going to humiliate Shedeur Sanders on draft day. Well, Stephen A. Snitch, who he thinks that he's God's gift to America, and that he is going to be immune from going off and saying these types of things about these folks, which is not going to happen. They're going to show Stephen A. Smith the same way they showed Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders. That you, sir.
Ooh, y'all. Excuse me. Y'all, listen. Let me read y'all Ticket's thumbnail, okay? And maybe we can understand it better. Stephen A. Smith under fire after saying man who humiliated Shedeur needs a AZZ whooping. Alright? Man, please. Hey, y'all. And I also forgot to say, as you come in, y'all, please hit that subscribe button. I'm about there, y'all. I'm about there. Hit the like button. And I appreciate it so much. And thank y'all for coming to Valentine TV. Hey, Mad_Devil. Yeah, you first. What's up? Here we go, y'all. Since y'all know Stephen A. Smith can talk. Let's see what's going on, though. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
You have no skin in this game right here. Now, Stephen A. Snitch, he went on ESPN today, and now he is getting heavily criticized and under serious fire, and people are even asking for his suspension or firing due to his comments on this young man right here who's 21 years old. Now, Stephen A. Snitch basically went on ESPN First Take today, and he basically said that this man need to get his ass whooped. He said his daddy need to beat his ass. He don't care how old he is. He said this dude need to get his ass whooped for humiliating and what he did to Shedeur Sanders. Now, I'm going to let you guys hear what Stephen A. Snitch had to say. I'm going to let y'all hear what he had to say, fair use. And then we'll have our commentary on what Stephen A. Snitch had to say about this young man and why Stephen A. Snitch is saying that he need to have his ass whooped.
Hey, Ernest McKenzie Jr. I don't know yet. We about to find out, though. We're going to find out together.
Now, let's get to it.
Where is the picture of the kid? See, it's not criminal, but it's unethical, it's classist.
That's wrong. It is criminal. It's called impersonating, and it's called, it actually is criminal.
Hey, Sandra.
You understand what I'm saying? It's called fraud. It's called impersonating. It's another form of cyber stalking. That's criminal, sir. We've already went over this. So Stephen A. Snitch starts out lying. And then he gives the father excuses, saying, I don't believe that dad did this. I don't have any. Man, be quiet, bro. But like I said, he's going to walk himself into something. I'm telling y'all this right now.
Where is the picture of the kid? See, it's not criminal, But it's unethical, it's classless, it's amoral to some degree. And I'd like to see the face of that kid. Because sometimes you need to be embarrassed. That's what needs to happen to you. Now, in my opinion, this kid, I sincerely hope, to Jeff Ulbrich, I sincerely hope he whipped his kid's ass. That's an ass whipping. That is a required ass whipping. So your dad is a defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. You go into his laptop computer and find a number for Shador Sanders. And you prank call him. First of all, it was cruel and it was classless to Shador. It jeopardized your dad. What if the Atlanta Falcons didn't believe it was your dad, that it was just you? What if they had believed it was him? And I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't believe the defensive coordinator for the Falcons. I don't believe that man did. I don't believe he had anything to do with it. I think it would be unfair to accuse him of that. Yeah, but what if the Falcons...
See how quick Stephen A was quick to take up for this dude daddy with no evidence.
See? He just going off on the guy at 21. Went into his dad's laptop, called one of the players, and humiliated him, said some stuff. I don't know what all he said yet, y'all. I wanted to watch it with y'all, okay? So we finding out this stuff at the same time, but they calling for Stephen Smith's resignation and all that stuff. Because he said it about this 21-year-old and whatever else he said. But he said this little 21-year-old need his A whooped, okay? Bro, you see... Ernest McKenzie Jr. said, bro, you see how he talks all this is about people, but when they get pissed off at him, pissed off, then he try to act like all chill, like he didn't do nothing. Like what he said to LeBron's son. LeBron got peed off at. You talking about Stephen Smith? Yeah. That's the way he do. That's the way. And then when LeBron, I don't know, y'all, boy, it's just been a lot today. I'm still on my brain. I just did in 24 hours of work mode. That's why I ain't been on in 2 days, y'all. I couldn't do it. I was tired. But anyway, yeah, but they calling for his suspension, everything, y'all. Let's see what it is, cause y'all, okay, now we on Tickettv, it's fair use. I'm gonna get called fair use right now. Everything's alleged, all this stuff. But we on tickets stuff. Y'all know how Ticket get down with people too, right? Okay? That's not Valentine TV though, okay?
Daddy didn't do it, Stephen. No,
Sorry.
He didn't do it. Daddy didn't do it. I don't think his daddy did it.
Sorry.
Bro, this dude right here is crazy, man. He gonna keep that $100 million, bro. But he gonna say something that's gonna cause him to lose it. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah, Stevens. He just got $100 million contract. They renegotiate his contract, and he got $100 million contract on the line, y'all. Depending on what this does, let's see.
And this might be it, because they on his helmet.
Believe him. What if the NFL didn't believe him? Your dad could have lost his job. And because you want to prank somebody, okay, and be cruel and insensitive, knowing what your door must have been going through, you would be some privileged little brat that would do something like that and take joy out of somebody's misery like that at the expense of your father right now. Who was thinking? We've talked about a lot of things in football. Have we ever talked about Jeff Ulbrich? Have we ever mentioned him on national television? But he's a household name this morning because his son didn't think about his daddy, who unquestionably loves him, took care of him, raised him. You in college now, no doubt still living off daddy. And you would do something like that to him. You should be ashamed.
Why are you talking about that man's son like that? He talking about that man's son like that, y'all. You gone. What y'all think? Let's keep listening. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Man. You just seen what happened. What's going on with Shannon? Dang.
Shame yourself. You should have your ass whipped. I know you're 21, but you at the very least roll up on campus and slap you upside your damn head. What an insensitive thing to do. And even just as equally, to Shador is what he did to his own father. At no time did he think about the consequences, the potential consequences, just to come back to my dad since I got it from his computer. It ain't like you got Shador Sanders from one of your boys or something.
Now, Stephen A. Smith is under fire for those comments because people were saying that he's inciting violence. And people were saying that, oh, so now we're going to resort to
Let
violence
me
against
get that
somebody who
damn
did
name
that
off
to a
my.
billionaire. They're in the comments and they are going in on Stephen A. Smith about his commentary on this situation. Now, you know what I'm saying? Look, first of all, Stephen A. Smith, he playing both sides like he always do.
No,
This
that's
dude is the
what you
best ever
said,
at playing both sides.
Ernest.
Double talking like Kwame Brown said. You gonna come in here and talk about some, oh, he need to get his ass whooped. But then you said, oh, no, I don't think his daddy had nothing to do with it. What you mean? What you mean? We all know that this thing was completely, you understand what I'm saying? We know what was going on. Because Prime said he didn't want the son going to the Cleveland Browns. They hold him out to the 5th round and send him where? To the Cleveland Browns.
All right. Yeah.
Then you troll the dude. Saying, yeah, we get ready. This is the New England, this is the New Orleans Saints GM. Yeah, Mickey Loomis. Yeah, we're going to take you next in the draft. Oh, yeah, but you got to wait a little bit longer. And then what happens? The very next pick, they take a quarterback, but not Shadur Sanders. Come on, bro. What we doing, bro? What we doing, man? What we doing? So he just knew out of the blue to say that, y'all. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. His son just knew out of the blue. Oh, yeah, man. They're going to take a quarterback. Man, this is all planned if you ask me, bro. And you can't convince me otherwise. And Stephen A. Snitch and his double talking stuff gonna come up here, like I said before, and and give the father a complete out. Give the father a complete out who holds all responsibility, because all NFL player personnel information is supposed to be confidential and private information, to where nobody is able to gain access. So you're gonna tell me your 21-year-old son comes home without his father's permission, sneaks in the iPad, and out of all the numbers, he gets Shadur's number. And we're going to go get Shadur out of all those numbers that was on there. And then out of all the teams, we're going to go get the New Orleans Saints. You guys, that's the team we're going to get. We're going to go get the Saints, knowing that they're going to pick a quarterback next. But they didn't pick Shadur. You know who they picked? They picked a different quarterback. This was all a humiliation tactic, and it was a disgrace. And for Stephen A. to sit up there and to absolve this dude's father of blame, all responsibility, which what he did was absolutely disgusting. But Stephen A. does what he does. He plays both sides. So everybody says, oh, yeah, he does need to get his head. But then you have, like I said, those other people, it's all online. They are frying Stephen A. Smith right now. Because they're saying, how in the hell are you condoning to resort to violence in this situation? That's unbelievable, man. He needs to be fired. This guy needs to be removed. He's on TV resorting to violence. How are you going to tell the father to spank his kid again? And I'm just telling y'all this right now. And to the person who says, do you seriously believe our phone numbers are considered private? Man, you don't understand one thing. When you're talking about professional sports, those numbers were privately given.
Thank you.
Only to the team personnel and to the players, specifically for the NFL draft. Nobody else had those numbers. That wasn't Shadur's regular number. That was a special number and a special phone that was given to the players, man, and given to each one of the NFL front offices for the NFL draft. So the fact that this dude's son got that, it only came from the team personnel. Ma'am, learn what's going on, man. I'm teaching you now.
Thank you.
But for Stephen A. Snitch to come out and make lame excuses and talk about, oh, I don't believe for a minute that dad knew, man, that's bullshit, man. Look how it was all set up once again.
Yeah. All right. This is what I think Ticket about to do. Y'all can go over there and watch Ticket. He's on YouTube. He's in the description of this video. But he's just going to repeat. And go off on whoever comes up there talking a little trash. But listen. Yeah, because, ain't no way the son's supposed to know the code and all that stuff to the... No. But Stephen Smith said, talking like, the daddy knew. He gave him the number. Blah, blah, blah. And then he keep flip-flopping. But he's talking about violence. And y'all know ESPN is hooked with who? Disney. You cannot do that. But anyway, let's see if he messed up that $100 million contract. Alright, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments, okay? This is Valentine TV, and I will talk to y'all later. Please hit that subscribe, like button, y'all. Please. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you later, okay? Alright, thank y'all. Bye.